Let us first know the biography of Leonardo da Vinci.
A pleasant day, sir. My chosen artwork is The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The Last Supper is one of the most famous paintings of the Renaissance. The artist is Leonardo da Vinci. The painting has endured some catastrophes and centuries of deterioration. Yet, after 500 years, it remains to be visited by tourists in Milan. The painting depicts the story of Jesus at the Last Supper with his 12 disciples. In this story, he tells them that he has been betrayed by one of them in the room. Leonardo da Vinci shows the personality of each disciple with many religious themes. Jesus' gestures are symbolic of the Eucharist, a Christian rite of thanksgiving and commemoration of the Last Supper. Isaacson explains that Christ's hands are signaling towards a glass of wine, symbolizing his blood, and a piece of bread, his body. The Last Supper painting depicts the dramatic interaction in the moments of the Gospel, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, where Jesus declares that one of the disciples will betray him, and later he institutes communion or the Eucharist. There are 13 people in the painting, the 12 disciples or apostles, and Jesus Christ. A notebook of Da Vinci was discovered in the 19th century. These notes allow us to name the disciples where before this discovery only Peter, Judas, and John were able to be positively identified. From left to right, the apostles are Bartholomew, James, the son of Alphaeus, Andrew, Judas, Peter, John. In the middle is Jesus, then Thomas, James the Greater, Philip, Matthew, Jude, Thaddeus, and Simon. The apostles are grouped in threes and each has something significant happening in the distinction of his personality. The first three, Bartholomew, James, and Andrew, are surprised by the words of Christ. Judas is sitting in the shadows. He is holding a purse, thought to be holding the 30 pieces of silver he was paid to betray Jesus. Peter is holding a knife, which could be a foreshadow for the event to follow where Peter cuts off the ear of a Roman soldier. John, who is the youngest, appears aghast or faint at the news. Thomas raises his index finger and shows his feeling of upset. This index finger is the same one that he would place on his wounds after the resurrection. James has his arms in the air, and Philip seems to be asking for clarification. After declaring that one of his followers would betray him, the Bible describes how he blessed the wine and bread and shared it with the apostles because his blood would cleanse their sins. Leonardo chose the placement of Jesus' hands carefully. The first thing you see in the hand is pointing toward a piece of bread and inviting you to participate in the Eucharist. In summary, the Last Supper painting by Leonardo da Vinci symbolizes the last meal shared with the Christ and his disciples. The painting is famous for detailing the relationship that each of them had with their Lord. It also has many hidden symbols and meanings for the Holy Trinity and foreshadows what the future held for the group. So that's all for the Last Supper, and that's all. Thank you.